All right, here we go. Hopefully, everybody is. All right, here we go. All right. Oh, we got two people watching. Hello, and thank you for the like and share already. Hope you're doing well. We're gonna give it a few minutes, give people a chance to get in, and hopefully get my connection. I think the wind's screwing around with my connection a little bit here because it's saying it's unstable. Anyways, hopefully you're doing well. We're just gonna wait a few minutes to give people a chance to come in before I get started. If you got anything you'd like to ask me, all right. Anyways, I'll be right back. Gonna go off camera for a moment. Want to make a quick call here. Be right back. All right. Hey, Toys, hold on a sec. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. The connection seems to be a little screwy tonight. I don't know if it's because of the wind. Hey, Mike, I have to work tomorrow. I'll be lurking. Okay. Well, at least thank you for at least letting me know you're here. So that, anyways, uh, so hopefully hopefully some of the connection issues will resolve themselves soon. Hopefully now everything's back up. Yeah, hopefully the wind will calm down a bit through this. I was thinking wind might be uh, all right. So, anyways, so we're back up to three people now. We're just past the 5 minute mark now. So, all right. So let me go ahead and talk about so tonight. Just kind of four stories we'll probably talk about a bit. Two articles to read from Bounding into Comics. One from anime, one from comics. WE roundup at the end, covering some of the stuff that they were pushing on last night's Raw. But also, we're gonna start off with today. Let's see. The two stories we're gonna read article wise from Bounding into Comics. One of them came in last night was about the SAG-AFTRA issuing a do not work um, order to the English dubbers up in Canada, up at Ocean Studios. Also, what was the other one? Let me see. What was the other other article there? Let me see. Aside from that one, the director of Tomahawk, S. Craig Zoller, um, announced that he's doing a new science fiction graphic novel. So that um, let's see. Also, as I said earlier, let's see. We also have the a bit of wrestling roundup, but we're gonna start off by talking about something that was just announced a little while ago. Um, I don't know if you guys had heard, but comedian Gilbert Gottfried had has passed away today. Passed away at the age of 67. Um, Longtime actor and comedian, probably on the animated side of things. Probably is best known for his roles as Iago the parrot throughout the Disney's Aladdin franchise, as well as portraying the voice of Mr. Mix Spitlick in Superman the Animated Series, as well as coming back to portray him in Justice League Action. Um, let's see. No, he also did some work on one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series as Kang Subprime. So, yeah, so he passed away today at um, the age of 67. Here, let me pull that up. In fact, here, let's see. Godfried. All right, so let's look at some of that real quick here before we go on to the next set of articles. Let's see. So he passed away earlier today at the age of 67. Um, Gilbert Godfrey was an American actor and stand-up comedian. His persona as comedian featured an exaggerated, shrill voice, with an emphasis on crude humor. His numerous roles in film and television include voicing the parrot Iago, as I mentioned, in Disney's Aladdin, an animated film series, Aladdin franchise, Digit LeBold and PBS Kids' long-running Cyber Chase, and Krang Subprime in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He also, of course, as I said, was Mr. Mixia Spitlick in Superman the Animated Series and Justice League Action. Um, let's see. Let's finish this part off here. Let's see. He was also the voice of the Aflac duck until 2011. Aflac! He appeared in the critically panned but commercially successful Problem Child in 1990s. Um, so that's essentially what he did there. And then what did he die of? So Godfrey died in Manhattan from a recurrent ventricular tachycardia, tachycardia, complicated by type 2 myotropic myotropic dystrophy um, on at the age of 6. Basically, what that boils down to, I believe, is that he had some kind of heart condition and been dealing with it for a while. So he passed away of a heart condition at the age of 67. Um, um, so yeah, Gilbert Gottfried passed away today at the age of 67. Known for his acting and comedic work. In the animated side of it was Iago and the Disney's Aladdin franchise, um, as well as being um, Mr. Mixia Spitlick in Superman the Animated Series. So, with that, why don't we go ahead and get ready to move on to the next piece of each news? Actually, before we do that, why don't we go ahead and have a moment of silence for Gilbert here? Um, just send our thoughts out to his family during this time. Excuse me a moment, folks. Chloe's barking, so I'm gonna have to go deal with her. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to deal. Um, have you watched Charman on YouTube? No, I haven't. I've seen some of his stuff pop up on Facebook before, but not haven't actually watched his stuff. Mm, mm, mm. Anyways, Anyways, we're back now. Mm. All right. So, anyways, now good time to start. We move on to next article here, as we did have a moment of silence for Mr. Godfried, and we're gonna go ahead. Now, I'm gonna usually start with the comics first, but obviously going more with kind of the cartoon news. Well, by extension, of course, he's part of the cartoon news of Gilbert Godfrey because of what I mentioned, his credits. But also, we're gonna also our next story is gonna be more of an anime related about the SAG-AFTRA issuing a do. All right, we're back now, but I don't know if it has to do with the fact that we got gale force winds going on right now or what, but I'm seeming to have some connection issues here. That is kind of a pain in the butt when that happens, and the connection's still staying unstable. So just trying to give it time to see if it will fix itself. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see if we can move on then. If it will see what happens if I try to share the screen again here. All right. Well, thus far it seems to be doing okay. The connection is actually getting fairly good. Okay, at least a little stronger now. Anyway, so here, this article came out yesterday. It actually came out, kind of during the broadcast, but I chose to push it back a day so we'd have some stuff to talk about. Um, so here we go. SAG-AFTRA labor union issues quote do not work notice for Ocean Media's um, English dub of Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai. Um, Article by Nerdigans Inc. published yesterday. So I wonder what this is all about. Now, SAG, that's a Screen Actors Guild. I don't know what the rest of it. I guess I don't know what the rest of it stands for, but basically, it's a union that I think all the like actors and actresses belong to. Believe that's what it is. They issued a do not work order. So let's see what this is all about. SAG-AFTRA has officially issued a do not work notice to the voice cast of Ocean Media's English language dub of Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai. And in episode 72, The Last Attack, Toei Animation. With the recent announcement that Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai will soon be returning to airing new episodes after a brief hiatus brought on courtesy of the Toei hack, one would have expected an upgrade regarding its English dub, which was first announced to be under production by Canadian dubbing studio Ocean Media in 2021. So that would be like Brad Swale, Kelly Sheridan, Nicole Oliver, um, Brian Drummond, that group of people, the Dobsons, um, that group of VAs. However, for some weird reason, Ocean Media decided to attempt to hire Los Angeles Union voice actors to dub the latest anime adaptation of Riko Sanjo and Koji Inada's eponymous manga. That's kind of weird considering that the thing I had always heard, because I know Vic even said this, usually Canadians, when they hire their own people, when they hire their own people to do work, like particularly for dub work like this, they get a tax break. So why would the company want to give up that tax break? That's kind of Los Angeles Union voice actors. Outside of clout, why a Canadian dubbing company would want to hire Los Angeles Union English dub voice actors is beyond me. And I kind of agree with that. But this decision apparently led Ocean Media to run afoul of the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists. So that's what the AFTRA stands for. When they declined to accept a standard basic minimum agreement that the labor union requires of all productions that use their talent. All right, so now we got a little bit. So basically, because of the fact they were trying to use LA based voice actors, LA based voice actors are part of SAG-AFTRA. And in order for them to work, they have to be signed to a specific type of contract. And at least based on what they just said here, it would appear Ocean Studios did not want to sign that particular contract. That's what it sounds like to me here. But the bigger question is LA based voice actors. Again, I guess as the guy said here, for clout maybe, because um, the fact is that is that from what I've heard, because I know Vic Mignogna has talked about this, people often ask why he doesn't go work up there in Canada. It's because um, reason they hadn't in the past, because apparently Canada has some kind of incentive for you to hire basically in half or hire other Canadians. So Ocean, if it had continued to use their own people, would have got a significant tax break. Um, so why they would risk losing that tax break would be beyond me. Um, let's see. So let's continue on here. As such, on April 22nd, April 22nd, we're not, what's today's day? All right. Oh, April 22nd, 2021. So, yeah, this is like a year ago. SAG-AFTRA officially issued a do not work notice to its members regarding Ocean Media's dub of Dragon Quest The Adventure of Dai, listed by the union as Dragon Quest Legend of Dai, declaring, quote, please be advised that Ocean Media, the producer of the English language dubbing series Dragon Quest Legend of Dai, has refused to execute a basic minimum agreement that is in full force and effect for work with respect to this series. unquote. But SAG-AFTRA, of course, is based here. Okay, so and here's, I guess, a copy of the statement here. Um, Full copy of the statement from the looks of it. As such, SAG-AFTRA members are hereby instructed to withhold any acting services for this production until further notice. Please note, accepting employment or rendering services on Dragon Quest Legend of Dai may be considered a violation of Global Rule 1. Therefore, okay. Okay, so, quote, please note accepting employment or rendering services on Dragon Quest Legend of Dai. All right, I'm back now. All right, so let's see if we can pull that back up and continue with the story here. I didn't even know how much of that you all missed there. Let's see. All right, so let me see now. Let me pull that up again. Now it's getting. So I think I did read portions of. Hopefully, you guys got all that. For reference, Global Rule 1 is a worldwide provision which states that, quote, no member shall render any services or make an agreement to perform services for any employer who has not executed a basic minimum agreement with the union, which is in full force and effect, in any jurisdiction in which there is a SAG-AFTRA national collective bargaining agreement in place. Hmm. So let me see. Okay, we're still good to go there. Quote, therefore, unquote, the notice concluded, quote, all SAG-AFTRA members are hereby informed that no member may accept work or appear on the above production. Violating this order may result in disciplinary action in accordance with the SAG-AFTRA Constitution. Regarding the production of the English dub of Dragon Quest, The Adventure of Dai, it seems that while Ocean Media will still be producing it, their refusal to accept SAG-AFTRA's terms means they will more than likely be forced to use non-union English voice actors. While the move by SAG-AFTRA ostensibly aims to protect its voice actor members, in reality, it's a rare assist in an industry that has a reputation for treating its voice actors, in parentheses, let alone anime dub voice actors, rather poorly. Anime English dubbing is treated even worse than Western animation as a whole, and considering what we saw at this year's Oscars regarding the median, that's bad. Actually, from the looks of it, I know it's from the same company, Toei, but from the look of it, Dragon Quest, The Adventure or Legend of Dai seems to be almost seems to be a bit of a knockoff of Dragon Ball. I was just noticing that in terms of, I mean, you see, like some of the coloring on some of the clothing is a little bit different, but almost Dragon Quest almost seems to be a knockoff of Dragon Ball. Uh, According to a Twitter discussion regarding pay rates for Jujutsu Kaisen Zero between Michael Schwalbe, the English voice of Kawaki in the Boruto anime, and a fan, the labor union seems to barely help its dubbed voice actors. Quote, anime movie season took 2 hours, pay $75 an hour. He explained $150 total buyout. Union helps, but not much. If it was union, it would have been $260. Whether this do not work notice actually does anything to help the SAG-AFTRA voice actors remains to be seen, but it's clear they're barely doing anything for them. SAG-AFTRA might as well change their name to Waste because they are a waste of time and money. Kind of harsh. Hello, fourth person. Hopefully you're doing well tonight. I didn't want that. Didn't want to do that. Do that. Anyways, okay. So, alrighty then. So, at least right now, it would seem that the connection's holding up. So that's good to see. Let's see now. What do you make of SAC after issuing Dragon Quest Adventure Die a do not work notice? Let us know your thoughts on social media or in the comments down below. Hmm. Yeah. Well, the bigger thing to me is more the idea that the bigger idea for me is that the bigger thing to me is more the fact that Ocean was trying to hire LA based voice actors when they have their own voice cast, and as I've said already a couple of times, um, I know Vic Mignogna talked about this too, where the companies up there in Canada have it, I guess, a law, whatever, or where the companies can get a significant tax break if they hire, their own. They hire Canadian voice actors, whatever. If they outsource to like other countries or elsewhere, then they don't get that tax break. So why would the bigger question is why would Ocean even be trying to do that unless something's changed recently? Um, so those are the only two articles we're going to read in there. So And the connection is going goofy again here. Sound fairly good though. Hmm. Yeah. So, anyways, man, we went through like the three of the four stories there pretty quickly there. Um, but the last thing, of course, I was going to talk about. I guess we could. Guess maybe I'll try something here. Let me see here. Okay, so the last thing, of course, that we were going to talk about was just some news on some WWE stuff here, as of course. All right, we're back. Ugh. Hmm. All right. Yeah. So, anyways, so going on to talk a little bit about some of the stuff going on Raw. So, some of the big stories coming out of Raw last night included Sonya Deville in her role as an authority figure on Raw was apparently tricked Bianca Belair into signing an open contract to face her at some point in the future for the Raw Women's title. That's one of the things that happened. Also, there's still a push going on to unify the tag. Now that they've unified the main singles title, the Universal and the World in the WWE and the Universal title, you know, um, with I guess Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar getting injured in the match, they're now looking to unify the tag titles as they seem to be setting up a match between the Usos and RK Bro. RK Bro, the Raw Tag Team Champions, and the Usos, the Usos, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Um, let's see what else is going on. They also seem to be setting up a match between Cody and the Miz, as they had a bit of a promo off last night. Battle of promos, and with Miz sitting there correcting Cody on terminology, preferred terminology in the for example, instead of calling them belts, calling them titles, and 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 also and also what was the other thing he kind of. Oh yeah, Cody was referring to the talent as wrestlers, whereas Vince prefers they be called sports entertainers. I think the angle looks like they're working with Cody on is more the idea of bringing back, more the traditional side of pro wrestling. Um, so yeah. Um, So that's about as much. So we pretty much got through. Man, I went through it all pretty quickly, and I don't want to. I don't like ending it prior to an hour. I'm gonna go ahead try something here. Um, I'm gonna be. I'll be right back, guys. Gonna just. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do, and I've already tried to send out um, some feelers. Um, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run. what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do a bit of an open mic session. I'll put the link out there for anybody who wants to try to join me in the studio here to just um, talk about whatever. As we kind of got through the main stories already, whether you want to talk about what we talked about already, or there's other things you're gonna bring up, again within the realm of meat and all that. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and put the link out, and if you guys want to join me in studio, you can go ahead and do so. We kind of ran a little short here, so I'm gonna go ahead and for anybody who wants to join me in studio. Hopefully these issues won't last too much longer. And actually go back and try one more time to see if I can get somebody. At least see if I can find somebody to come on. All right. So yeah, it looks like the two of us right now running in the studio. Yeah. So hopefully, I hope everybody's having a good week so far. I was hard to keep going that as well. So, yeah, just wait. All right. And then I know what that is. Anyways. Huh. Hmm. Right. So, anyways, all right. So I guess I can talk about at least what I've been watching of late. So at least during the week, of course, got my own Toonami block set up. my way through them, usually right now, are, in body parts, listening to it, something else to vomit, after going through the first, not nice, and, also I'm um, watching, working my way through Pokemon, where towards the end of the advanced, advanced challenge portion of the series. And I'm watching tomorrow I'll be watching the final episode of Gundam Build Divers as part of all that too. And in my Adult Swim block, I'm watching Earth Maiden Arjuna. Um, let me see. Um, Nana 7 Now I've watched a lot of these shows. Some of these shows I've watched before, obviously, but watching them again just because I like the only shows that are really right now new to me are like Gundam Build Divers. One Piece actually new because I have been watching that for a while. Let's see, One Piece, Gundam Build Divers, and then the world only God knows. I'm working through that too. And I'm also watching Digicarrot Neo as well. Yeah, so when Captain America throws his mighty shield, all those who oppose his shield must yield. In the red and the white and the blue it comes true when Captain America throws his mighty shield. As I am all just the flame, fight and fight for looking out, looking out, Iron Man, up to up to the whole yeah, reckon with the power, no brilliant love of all the love and hope, oh, oh, across the rainbow bridge of where the blue heaven incredulous wonder, the god of thunder, mighty Thor. Hello, look, we have a third person in here. I've decided to make it a bit of an open mic night if you wanted to, because I already got through all the stories. So if you want to, got a bad, I've got a bad connection apparently. Yeah, well, I think something's going goofy because RJ was telling me he was having problems with some connection stuff too because seems like there seems to be a lot of stuff going on. But I do have the link in there if you want to try to come in and join me in the studio. Um, yeah, the link up, and I do thank you for the like and the share. You just talk, we can figure out what to talk about because I already made it through all my stories tonight. So, and I was trying to extend this out as much as I can. Um, so I have the link up there if you guys want to join me in studio. If you want to try to join me in studio, we can talk about whatever niche, obviously. Um, we'll just come in and see where the conversation takes us. Um, and we lost a person, so we're down to 3 people now. Stronger than a whale, he can swim anywhere, he can breathe underwater, go flying through the air. Noble submariner, prince of the deep, so beware deadly demons. Lord Namor of Atlantis is the prince of the deep. Hmm. I mean, yes, there's still the history portion of the work, but we'll wait on that until later. Try to see if we can extend this out a while. All right, we're back up to 3 people, or back up to 4 people now. Like I said, I do have the link up there. All right, so it looks like things are getting a little dim here, so I'm gonna go. I'll be right back, guys. I'm just gonna just take care of some lighting here, um, my room here. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's see. We're just past 1 hour mark now. Hmm. three people in here. So, um, well, even if you can't join me, I don't know if you guys heard earlier today. I guess I can talk about it again. Philip God, I don't know if you guys heard, but Philip Godfrey passed away earlier today. Um, after in the animation world, of course, he was known more for his known, you know, he would voice Iago throughout the Disney's Aladdin franchise, and also portrayed the voice of Mr. Mick Yes Fitlick in Superman the animated series and Justice League Action. So passed away at the age of 67 from basically what was essentially, when you read the description of what he died from, sounds like he had a heart condition of some type. So, anyways, I'm going to step away from the computer for another moment. I'll be right back. You know, it's funny how sometimes you can get absent-minded when chaos strikes. Because I just realized something. Actually, there is one other thing we I could have done, because I went out of order here a little bit, well, out of my usual order. Because of that, I completely forgot about another article I was going to read. I will remedy that right now by reading that article, the one in the comic, because I went anime first instead of comics first, so which I usually don't do. But the anime article, the SAG-AFTRA article that I read was from yesterday. That's why I did it. I completely forgot about this other article um, that I was going to read, but I guess now is as good a time as any to, to get into this one. You know. Yes, even I can get a little spacey at times. But anyway, so here we go. Here's another article. So Bone Tomahawk director S. Craig Zoller announced his new science fiction graphic novel. Article by John F. Trent, published earlier today. So here we go with this. So let's see. Dark Horse Comics announced a brand new graphic novel from Bone Tomahawk and Brawl in Cell Block 99 director S. Craig Zoller, depending on how you, organisms from an ancient cosmos. Guess that's the sci-fi graphic. This new graphic novel titled Organisms from an Ancient Cosmos is written and drawn by Zoller, um, and sees an alien spacecraft arrive over the Pacific Ocean. The nations of the world greet this seemingly silent visitor with brute force, leading to widespread destruction on both sides. It's kind of like they took that out of an episode of Star Trek Enterprise, I believe. I think the Mirror Universe episode. Let's see. However, the battle and the aliens' presence still leaves numerous unanswered questions. Who are they? Where did they come from? Why did they choose to come to Earth? Are more on the way? The story follows bereaved billionaire Carlton Land, biologist Amy O'Donnell, and United States of America Air Force Chief Scientist Kenneth Yamazaki, as they attempt to answer these questions and protect the Earth and humanity from these aliens. I guess that's Zoller right there. I guess Zoller is that's Craig Zoller on the red carpet, Bone Tomahawk. Okay. As part of the press release for the book, Zoller um, provided some more details from an ancient cosmos was incredibly gratifying. Um, uh, when I received my first vaccine, creating organisms from an ancient cosmos was an incredibly gratifying experience, and I'm thrilled to have it published by Dark Horse Comics, whose books I've read since the 80s. Dark Horse will publish the graphic novel in an oversized hardcover format, and it will go on sale on October 18th, 2022. It will retail for $29.99. Plan on checking. Sounds a little bit interesting. The article itself seemed to have a few details there. Oh boy. All right. All right. So we're at hour coming up on. We're just past an hour 9 right now. All right. Well, I got through that one, albeit that would seem to go quicker than usual as well. Anyways. La dee dee da dee da. All right. Well, now I'm gonna turn on the light. I guess I'll be right back, guys. All right. So let's see. And it would appear I may be the only one here at the moment. Hmm. Well, we may just go just the hour and a half tonight. It looks like, like the connection issues and all that. Uh, let's see now. Stronger than a whale, he can swim anywhere. He can breathe underwater, go flying through the air. A noble submariner, prince of the deep. So beware deadly demons. Lord Namor of Atlantis is the prince of the deep. Hmm. Hmm. Well, at least the connection seems to stabilize for the moment. And there does seem to be a bit more of a lag between here and YouTube. Well, at least I got one other person there. And again, I still have the connection. I still have the StreamYard link up. If you guys want to try to join me, and we can figure out what to talk about in terms of anything niche. Yeah. La di dee da dee da, la di dee da dee da. Anyway, let's see now. So, is there anything you? Yeah, I know you're in the chat. Maybe you don't feel like coming in the studio, but anything on your mind that you want to ask about niche wise? Like, anything in regards to anime, cartoons, comics, manga, or pro wrestling? I do know that um, it had, I guess, Matt Cardona's got does have a signed title defense coming up now. I just don't. I haven't watched that particular stream yet, or find out who. I know at least in the NWA right now, Elijah Burke and Trevor Murdoch both have, basically title shots coming to them. I think Burke from his participation in what they call the Championship Series. I think he just basically cashed that in essence, and Trevor Murdoch, as being the most recently defeated ex champion, has a rematch coming. So I'll probably have more to talk about tomorrow night. Let's see now. As it would appear, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. First off, I think it will delete that because, as it would seem, nobody else wants to come in to chat. So I might, let's see, we're at an hour 15 already. So more than likely by, if I give it a few more minutes here, um, did invite somebody to um, try to come in here, but give them a few more minutes. And if they don't, then we'll probably will just wrap up early tonight. Seems like it was kind of a bit of a slower night, and the connection issues didn't help things much. Um, Hour 16. Let's see. All right. Well, as it would seem that there's nothing more going on, I guess I will start to wind things down here. Um, hopefully, hopefully everybody's having a good week and all that. Um, yeah. So, anyways, um, so with that, I think we're going to start winding down here. So today being Tuesday, April the 12th, 2022. Um, let's take a look back on this day in each history. History. All right. So first off, we're going to head back 50 years ago today. As on this date, 50 years ago today, Bakshi's Fritz the Cat premiered in theaters on this date back in 1972. On this date, back in 1972, 50 years ago today, Fritz the Cat is first. Okay, so Ralph Bakshi's debut film, Fritz the Cat, is first released based on the eponymous comic strip by Robert Crumb. The picture is the first animated film to receive an X rating and be strictly marketed for adults. It manages to become a surprise box office hit. Wow, so first X-rated animated movie there. That's kind of interesting. Ah, so with that, let's go ahead and move on to the next piece in each history. We move ahead to 1992. As on this date in 1992, Neil Superior would win the South Atlantic Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship from Helmut Hessler in Hagerstown, Maryland. South Atlantic Pro Wrestling was a was basically a Mid Atlantic area independent that was started up by some of the guys who had left JCP after Ted Turner bought it out. Paul Jones, Wahoo McDaniel, a number of those guys, after Turner had bought up JCP, they decided to go and start promotion in that same area. So on this date in 1992, 30 years ago today, Neil Superior wins a SAPW title from Helmut Hessler. And with that, we're getting ready to move on to the next piece of niche history here. As on this date in 2006, which was 16 years ago today, the 565th issue of Archie went on sale today on this date back in 2006, which is 16 years ago today. Sold for $2.25 with 32 pages, and They featured 5 Archie stories in there. One of them being the manga scene. So that was interesting. So it happened 16 years ago today that the 565th issue of Archie went on sale on this date. And finally, our last piece of niche history. On this date, 15 years ago today, in 2007, the following anime premiered on Japanese television. A1 Pictures' Big Windup, which is a baseball anime, and Gonzo's Kaze no Stigma. They both debuted on this date in 2007. So A1 Pictures' Big Windup and Gonzo's Kaze no Stigma both premiered on this date in 2007. So with that, guys, I know we ran a little short tonight. I think we're a little screwy with the connection and all that. So, but and I thought, of course, I thought the 2 stories would have had more to them than they actually did. But so I didn't prep as well as I usually do. So, anyways, but I hope you guys enjoyed the content. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And we're going to head out early tonight. So hopefully I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Bye. Oh, and don't forget this Friday, of course, is our weekly look at down Comics History Lane. Batco and I will be looking at comics that went on sale back in December of 1938 from David McKay Publications and Fiction House. Anyways, with that, guys, I thank you again for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.